Good day everyone, how are you all doing? This is Yix here at Magnet Crypto, back again with another video. In today's video I want to cover two things. One is to go over just a small update with Polkadot, and two is to make the case for potentially, even though I sold 95% of my XRP the other day, that there is still a bull case for XRP. So those two things that I want to talk about and go over in this video. So without the way, let's get started. Before I get started, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. I would very much appreciate that. And also, if you're a beginner to crypto and you want to learn the fundamentals, how to get started in the market straight away, I've made a course completely free, and link for that is in the description. Also, I've got a private Telegram group where I give more regular insight on a day-to-day basis, a lot of TA and just kind of insight on what's happening in the world of crypto. So link for that is also in the description. Now let's get started. So I've got over here a tweet from someone in the Polkadot community that did an update on Polkadot, just going over the numbers of 2020, and I must say it's very impressive. I've gone over Polkadot before, and since I made a video on that on Polkadot, and the link for that should be out there somewhere now. Since then I have started to add positions to Polkadot, and I've continued to add positions, and it's doing quite well because the project overall is amazing. The support, the community is top notch. So let's go over this update quickly, just to show you how well they've been doing. So this is quite important, the network stats. You can see 512,000 transactions and almost 62,000 active accounts. Obviously, when it comes to crypto, one of the most important things is the network effect. The more users that come on the network, the more value the network retains, and the more increase in value it will go through. Another thing regarding community, 900 GitHub repos tagged with Polkadot. So again, this shows kind of development that's going on in the ecosystem, very important. And this is the kind of Ethereum effect that I'm looking at. If you look back to 2017, the fact that Ethereum did so well is because it came the cool place for developers to go and develop projects. And this is what's happening with Polkadot right now. You can see 100 Polkadot ready blockchains are in development and 60 already in the testnet. You want more developers obviously to come onto the platform and build. This is what creates all the value. This is one of the most important facts. Combine that with the network effect. These kind of go hand in hand. And this part as well, obviously what this shows is that people are actually proposing a lot of things, and they're getting obviously approval. The more of these things get approved, obviously the more kind of projects that be built on Polkadot. So essentially the treasury is doing its job. It's helping to develop the community by giving them incentives. Now, in terms of staking, obviously again very important. Over 550 validators, 7,000 nominators, and over 60% of DOT staked. It shows the faith in the community, and everyone's playing their active part in securing the community, validating transactions, things of that nature. Very important metric, 60%. So overall, this shows again, they only launched, as you can see, May 26, 2020. So it hasn't even been a year. It's been half a year since it's developed, and they've done so much already. And this is perfectly going in line into 2021, the year of the bull. This is what you want. You want an active community. Again, think about the Ethereum effect. Back in 2016, 2017, and 18, Ethereum was the hot project where everyone wanted to develop. You had obviously Vitalik Buterin leading the line. Hundreds of projects built on Ethereum, ERC20 tokens. Everything was just hot for innovation, and this is what Polkadot are doing right now. So let's have a quick look at the technicals. As mentioned in the last few videos, I did mention this arc like structure, and that it was building up for an explosion to the upside. It was looking like it was forming like a cup and handle formation, and it ended up being exactly that. Exploded to the upside. Potentially I can see this reversing and retesting this very important resistance level. Could turn into support, but it could also very well just explode even further, going to the next target of $10. It's very hard to predict whether it's going to go back, so that's why dollar cost averaging is the best way. It may go down or it may go up, so the best thing is to average in your buys. That's what I'm doing anyway, so you can do what you want. As you can see, it's really ripe for just massive price explosion. At the moment it's in price discovery, so this is when a lot of the crazy price action happens, and the market cap is at 4 billion, so it's still quite low. I think it's 4 billion last time I checked. It might be a little bit more. So it's still a small project. Obviously it's top 10. You could think, you know, it's a big project, but bear in mind the project, the whole space is going to go multi-trillion in the next year or so. And Ethereum is at 80 billion. Yeah, just had to double check that. Ethereum is 83 billion market cap. So, you know, how many, that's a good 20x until it gets to that level. So, Polkadot doing very well. Do have a look at the video that I made on Polkadot. It's increasing in value, as you can see. And I do think from looking at some of the other altcoins in the space, it looks like it's gearing up for altcoins to go on the offense. Bitcoin obviously has increased massively in value. It's done very well, and altcoins have done all right, but not compared to a proper altcoin season. That's going to be around the corner. So imagine how good, how far Polkadot will go in that time frame when altcoin season does hit. So that's Polkadot done. Let's move over to XRP and potentially the case for XRP to still go on the offense. First, I want to give a quick shout out to my mate Dan, who put me on to this tweet from Crypto Whale. So breaking, Grayscale has actually increased their XRP position by 8.5% after prices plunged to 6-month low. So you can see 11.2 million. This is from the 28th of December. I did look down the comments and some people are disputing it, saying that it's actually decreased. But one other thing, and obviously what this means, the one thing I always say when it comes to institutions and businesses and what they say to the public and then what they do in the background is never pay attention to what they say, pay attention to what they do. Now, I would not be surprised if one of these firms like Grayscale actually has invested more into XRP. Obviously with them having inside knowledge, they have more knowledge than we do. And a lot of times, you remember back in 2017-16, so many FUD articles came out about Bitcoin, Jamie Dimon saying it's, you know, whatever, it's going to go to zero. Warren Buffett said it's rat poison. And then a lot of, you know, articles would come out that could potentially be like very damaging to Bitcoin long term. That it was banned, it would get banned. A lot of the banks ended up, you know, not allowing you to purchase Bitcoin with, you know, your credit card or your bank card. So this, you know, what I'm saying is that although Ripple got sued, it's obviously very bad for the company. This could very easily turn around. Hence why I've always said, or what I said in the video when I sold my XRP, first and foremost, I left a small suicide bag in there. And secondly, if things start to turn around, I will jump back in straight away. Hence why I keep an open mind. I'm, you know, not fixed on my decision. You know, investing and trading is making sure to keep an open mind when new information comes in. So this could very well be, it would make a lot of sense for a company to invest when obviously there's blood in the streets. So also going down further, one comment that I saw, which was actually very relevant, and hopefully I can find it. Maybe there's been too many comments now. It's basically a comment regarding what happened with Elon Musk when he got sued in 2018, and saying that Tesla was going to go down to zero, or the company was going nowhere, because he got sued by the SEC. I don't think I find it. So essentially, what happened with that is they settled 2 days after, paid a $40 million fine. They reshuffled the execs a little bit, to comply with whatever the SEC said. And obviously, look now, next, 2 years later, Tesla are on top of the world. So what that is showing us is that just because they got fined and prices dropped a significant amount does not mean that they are dead. Very well could be pushing XRP into a bear market. Obviously, it looks like at the moment, but keep an open mind. Next thing to look at is one of my favorite technical analysts, and that's Alessio Rastani. I watch his videos all the time. He's very skilled with TA, and he's always unbiased. He doesn't care about what Twitter says or what this person says. He looks at the charts. He's a pure technical analyst. He looks at his charts, and that's what he pays attention to rather than news. So he's kept an open mind with XRP. He's not looked at the news and let it sway his kind of analysis of the cryptocurrency. So let's watch a clip from him where he explains that there's still hope for XRP, and then we'll do some commenting on that.
Because what that means is this, guys. It means this could be, again, let me just repeat this one more time. This means it could still be this is a wave 2 correction. Again, let's remind ourselves why. Because this could still be the A wave.
So he's talking about Elliott wave theory. If you don't know about that, do look it up. It's it's a type of technical analysis where price moves in waves. I think 5 waves, and 3 waves are like on the up, and then 2 waves are like corrective. So he's saying that from I think March to sometime at the top, that was the first wave, and right now we are in the second wave correction, and that will be just before the third wave, which will be one of the biggest waves that will drive us upwards past 79 cents, obviously.
Waves are usually composed of 3 smaller waves, which makes sense, by the way. Then a B wave bounce, and then the C wave of wave 2. And the C wave appears to be composed of 5 smaller.
So this first wave and then second wave. During this second wave, which is the corrective wave, as you can see, it goes in, it forms as well. There's 3 parts to this C wave, or the second wave, which is A, B, C, and even within that there is more waves within that. So he said 3 waves, and then I think 5, and then that's the second wave done.
Waves, okay? In fact, we can see it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, wave 5 of the C wave could extend as low as 0.1725. And as long as bulls can hold this level, that's the one thing I'm waiting for, guys. I'm waiting to see, can 0.1725, the C wave, can it hold this level and bounce off? As long as XRP can bounce off this support level that I just mentioned here, provided it can maintain 0.1725, and we see a strong bounce, if we see a strong bounce off this level, off the 0.1725 level here, okay, and then let's say we pull back, okay, let's say we make a higher low and bounce again. If we see the start of an uptrend forming, maybe a higher low, and then if I see XRP then breaking above the trend line, that magenta level here again, that could be a very bullish sign for XRP. So what I'm saying...
And he made this video, right, on, well, yesterday, 29th, when XRP was capitulating, and he's making this case. And let's move over to the charts now, because what has happened since that point. So looking at it from the daily time frame, as he said, this is wave 1, and then potentially we could be in wave 2. And he was looking for a strong bounce from the 17.25 level, and it did exactly that. So the lowest point was 17.2, 0.172. If we move over to the hourly, 4 hourly, it's doing exactly what Alessio has wants it to happen to make the case for the bull. So it's making a strong bounce, and this looks like a ascending triangle right here. So we could actually see a breakout to the upside once again, to complete somewhat of a reversal. And that's exactly at the 22 level, which is an important support or resistance level. As you can see it here, all the way back here. This is a crucial level, and it's staying above it or just below it. But it's making a strong case for, or it's confirming the case that Alessio is outlining.
Is this, in a nutshell, what we're saying is, if XRP comes down here, okay, let's say for example, XRP, this could be the C wave, let's say it comes down here and then strong bounce, and then starts to make a higher low, and then eventually breaks above that trend line support that we had, the trend line here near 0.3. Yeah, that could actually indicate this wave 2 may have likely completed here, and we could be starting the wave 3 uptrend, the major wave 3 uptrend to the upside, okay, taking us significantly higher for 2021. Now, I know what some of you are probably thinking, Alessio, how can it be possible for any bullish scenario on XRP?
Now, that's another thing I do want to mention. As he said, how can it be possible? And this is what I said as a case to some of my mates. Even though the news yesterday, or the news in a couple of days, forced my hand, you know, I don't want to hold a bag that's going to go to zero. I'd rather take out, wait for things to change, and if they do, I'll jump back in. And the case that, you know, the thing that I did mention was, let's not forget, you know, in the last bull run, XRP got to where exactly? It got to $3.30, and it did this without Coinbase. It was not listed on Coinbase, and it got to these levels. So although the delisting of Coinbase and other exchanges following suit is a massive red flag for me, one thing to also mention on the flip side is XRP was able to get to these levels without Coinbase, the main exchange. So it's obviously possible then that the fact that it's delisted XRP would not affect it if it starts to turn around. It can still get to those levels. So that's very important to note, and thus, as I've said, I'm not completely, you know, throwing XRP in the bin. I've still got, you know, funds available that I would put back into XRP, and I haven't completely, you know, thrown XRP in the bin. Meaning, if it turns around, then I think there's still a case for XRP. But obviously, as Alessio alluded to, if it makes the case for a wave, this being a wave 2, and then it starts to, you know, to form a wave 3, if it starts to make higher lows, then I will start to build positions back in XRP. That's just my personal opinion. I am more of a technical analyst myself, but also, you know, how I'm different to Alessio is I do look at the news as well, and I would not be willing to hold a cryptocurrency that's got a good chance of being, you know, in a bear market during the year of the bull. I'd rather not hold. I'd rather, you know, invest in projects like Polkadot, Ethereum, and things like that are more likely to do well and don't have all this FUD surrounding it. So that'll be all for this video. Hope you got some value from that. There is still hope for XRP, especially that it's turned around from 17 cents and it's starting to make a reversal. So there's still hope. And to add to that as well, you know, the kind of contrarian point of view, you know, when everyone's completely fearful, to actually be open-minded to the opposite happening. Many times Bitcoin was supposed to have been dead. How many times have people said it's going to zero, and look at it now? So, you know, be open-minded to the fact that XRP can still do very well in this bull run. And on top of that, Polkadot, you know, it's doing very well. It's in the price discovery mode, and there's many good things to come from that project. So, I hope you got value from that, and see you in the next video. Peace.